Hello everyone, I am Plankera. Today we're going to continue ringing Shalom from Path to Nowhere. So I've been steadily making progress on the hair here. I think it's starting to look pretty good. Never mind the bald spots that are still there, but you know, we're getting everything into place slowly but surely. I've been focusing on the middle part here, kind of in the very center of her hair there, because I think that'll give me a good spot to figure out where everything else should go. Because, after all, a lot of this is just figuring out what looks right relative to everything else. And wow, hold on, am I looking at this right? If I am, it looks like the bangs are growing a little bit. Let's do some intense staring. Yeah, they are. I'm not sure how I missed that for so long. Eyes are weird, man. Be careful here, make sure I'm not accidentally going down and moving her eyes. Yep, they are going down a little bit. Alright. Well, there we go. This is why I always take a look at stuff right at the beginning and see what I need to work on right away. Let's get those back into the right spot. Just go ahead and do that first before I head back into the part of her hair. Just so everything around her eyes is looking right, because the eyes is probably the best anchor point that I have for the time being. Because I am pretty happy with how her face, without the hair, is turning. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised I never noticed that. It's just... Now I need to stare at this very intently, just to make sure I'm not doing anything else super silly. Yeah, I'm really not sure how I managed to miss this for so long. It's just been sitting there like that for a couple of days now. It's like, what, I've been working on the part of her hair for probably like 3 or 4 days at this point? That's alright, I saw it in the end, so we'll fix it now. Go ahead and fix up anything else I see on the front bang while I'm here. Yeah, looks like some other things got pushed down a little bit. Guess that's the hazards of zooming in so much. And I tend to just kind of not see a lot of the other stuff that I've been working on. Let me see, it's probably just want to select only the vertices that I want to move here. Hoping to do a click and drag, but oh well, I'll just select them all individually. They're all pretty close together here, so it'd be a little bit hard to move. Something like that. Yeah. Something like that indeed. Alright. Let's zoom out and take a look. See if I've gotten it at all. Continue with the intense staring adventures. Yeah, there's actually a lot more problems here than I thought there was. And I'm not sure how I missed them. I guess it happens. Yeah, that's probably going to be too big. No, I think I want it big. I'll just select only the area that I want to touch here. Is right around here. Just get all these spots. Pull them on over. Something like that. It's like, to an extent, I think it's correct for this to show a different part underneath. That they don't follow one-to-one, but I think it still needs to be pulled over a bit more, so let's go ahead and do that. I guess strictly speaking, I probably never 100% finished the bang, because I was wanting to work on the part, but that's okay. As always, I can work on what I want. I don't even think I need a brush for this. I'm just gonna go ahead and push it on over. Straighten everything else out after. Just make it so this isn't all warped and weird looking. Okay. And the same for down here. Crunchy, but let's see if that is correct before I start straightening everything else out. Yeah, I think so. A few spots that I kind of want to fix. But at least this area over here, the part that I was looking at, looks pretty good. Just kind of need to fix it all down here too. And then of course, make everything not so crunchy. But I think I'll actually do that in a little bit. I think I want to go stare up here, mulled over some of this stuff for a while, before I go back and do some of the easy stuff from down there. Okay. So let's see. I think I'm going to hide this layer again. Where are you? Okay. Okay, let me see what's going on here. Doing more intense staring. That's gonna happen a lot as long as I'm still working on this. I'm just gotta stare at it really hard before everything starts making sense. That's still not quite it. There's just something about the way that angle is changing that's bothering me. This might be one where I have to really go in. Where'd it go? Alright, because it's not an underneath part, that's part of the front bag, of course. I forgot for a second there. It's like when there's this many layers, it can be easy to forget. It's fine. I remember it eventually. I'm just gonna very carefully move things about. Just slowly try to get it into place, because I think once I have that in place, it'll be a little easier to figure out exactly what I need to do with this part and over here. It does look like I have most of that looking pretty alright already. Yeah, it'll be exciting once I finally get that part done, because at that point I can just start radiating down each strand and figuring out exactly how all that needs to look. I'll just have more options and more points I can compare. This is just such a clear landmark that, well, I gotta use it. It'll make my life a lot easier once it's all done. Okay, let me turn the strand back on here. That's kind of what helped me notice that all of this was off. Because yeah, right now it feels like it's kind of raising up a little. So I think I need to adjust the strand itself. Just kind of push him back down a little bit. There we go. Okay, now it looks like it's kind of sliding upward. So let's just pull the triangles down a little bit. Very gently, very carefully. Don't want him to move too much. Okay, yeah, doing a lot better. I think I actually might have pulled it out just a little bit too far. So let's push him back in here just a little bit. Just doing very soft and gentle movements. Don't want to push him too far. Don't want to overcompensate for everything that I've been doing. I just want to gently guide it to where it's supposed to be. And this part I'm doing without the brush because it's just a little spot that's kind of shaped weird. And I think I mostly just need to straighten out the triangles. Okay. That's much better. Now I say you just got a little bit of compression right there, so let's see if I can separate some of the stuff going through there just a little. Just a tiny little bit here. Do not want to be moving things too hard. Okay, something like that. So I'm zooming in so close because, I mean, it was just a tiny, tiny bit of compression. Oh yeah. That's a lot better, I think. Okay, now I see an issue with the highlight here. I'm gonna go do that one next. Which layer were you again? Front bang. There we are. Bang, right here. I actually kind of forgot what I was gonna try. Okay, so it is just kind of going up a little bit too much. Okay, I think I see what I need to do here. Alright, so slid everything up just a little bit. That was a bit too much, it looks like. This is why I do things very gently. If you do it too much, well, you're just gonna have to move it back. Move things back down a little bit. Just being very careful to avoid doing that again. And we'll see what happens. Okay. Getting there. Just want to tuck this in just a little bit. So it looks like the way I was trying to make this strand a little bit thicker didn't quite work there. That's okay. We'll just try a different technique. Maybe that one will work. Okay, that's looking a bit better. It's still kind of twisting a little bit. To an extent, I think that's inevitable. But if I can, I would like to push this a little further to the left. So let's see what I can do here. It's mostly the center part here. I'm just being very gentle, very careful. The usual. Okay, I'd say it's probably 95% of the way there. It's just kind of going up a little bit. I think once I pull things down a little bit more, it'll look great. Only a little bit. Only just very gently kind of sort things out up there. There we go. Okay, and then I just need to adjust the way things are connecting over here. Another case of I really, really don't want to overdo it. So I'm taking it very slowly and carefully. Just trying to fix up what I was working on right there. Okay, there we go. That looks pretty good. I see a tiny, tiny bit of shifting right there, but I actually do not think that'll be noticeable at all once I zoom out. Let's try. Oh yeah, not noticeable at all. Looking pretty good. Alright, so let's head on back to the top part of this. And maybe I can finally get through here. And when I can no longer stare intensely at things anymore, I have some things I can fix up on the bang here. Ah, it's nice to have backup. So let's see. Right now what I'm looking at is this highlight over here. It looks like this top part of it is kind of shifting downward. Yeah. So I think that'll be the next spot I fix up. Back to this layer. This layer has been an adventure to work with. The hair is just very detailed, so there's no way around it. If your model is simpler, you'll probably have less problems. But I wanted to use the pretty art, so here we are. Doing difficult things. It's okay, I think it'll be worth it. I have been enjoying using the pretty art. Because the art from this game really is very nice. I like it a lot. Alright, so just gonna try to figure out what's making this look wrong. Always easier said than done. Involve much intense staring and trying things. Just experimenting. Seeing what helps and what doesn't. Like, that did not help. So I know that's not the issue. Okay, that strand behind is bothering me again, so I'm gonna go hide it. It's the one I'm working on. Okay. We'll have some more bald spots to look at. While I figure out what the heck is going on here. There's an underneath here. I remember naming layers like that specifically so I'd have an easier time finding him. Okay, no, that's all that side. Hair bang side. And underneath. Okay. There we go. Let's get rid of all distractions and just focus in here where I can stare super intensely. In fact, even the head itself is being a distraction. Where is it shifting? Because I have a good anchor through up here. So that should be enough to keep me going for a little while. Okay, so where is it shifting? There's a few areas. Need to fix them one at a time, but just getting a good look at everything for the time being. Alright. Where'd it go? Here it is. I'm still trying to avoid moving things around too much. There we go. And see, looks like it's a bit rounder. Yeah, it's kind of being flattened out there. So I'll pull that back over. Gently and carefully, of course. Assuming the program allows me. There we go. Okay, that's closer. Not quite there yet, but definitely closer. So I'll just keep trying other things. I'm gonna put this more in the center, because I keep losing which layer this is. The hazard of having this many hair layers. It is making for very nice movement though, and it's honestly a lot easier to do than I feared it might be. So, because I cut it well, and it made my life easy, so thank you, past self, for putting all the effort into dealing with hair hell. Because I know how that can be, man. Okay. So it still kind of feels like it's shifting. Still kind of trying to figure out exactly how. So I'm gonna stare in a few different spots. I did look into eye tracking a little bit. Seems like it'd be easier considering that I already have a program tracking the movement of my eyes. But, I actually have not really been able to find any free solutions for it. Deeply unfortunate. So, if anybody knows of a good one I can use that just show you where I'm looking on the screen here, then let me know and I'll check it out. It's especially moments like this where I really just need to look very intensely at a couple of spots for a period of time. I think it'd be nice to be able to show you guys where I'm actually looking. And I wouldn't have to point with the cursor quite so much. I could just point with my eyes. Feels like magic. Technology's cool. The things that humanity has been able to make is truly amazing. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're getting there. It's looking much better than it was a few minutes ago. Nice. Okay. Now to move on to the other area that I was seeing, which was this tiny little highlight. Let's see here. I can tell something is still shifting a little. I'm just trying to figure out where that is. It's a very subtle shift, so it's probably not that big a deal. I think if I just do something like that, that'll fix most of it, at least to the point where it's not really noticeable. Oh yeah, there we go. That's better. Highlights are looking pretty good, I think. We'll see if future me agrees. So let's see. Ooh, I'm a little bit afraid to move this area too much. Let me actually really look at that before I do that. Okay. I need to really dig into the pattern there, because I remember working very hard to make sure that this area down here was all looking good. So I probably just made a small mistake on moving where it transitions from red to white there while I was doing that. Okay, and then just a minor, like I think in terms of turning that looks okay, but I think I can make it look really nice if I can just move this out correctly. Which I may not be able to. I don't want to move this too much. Yeah, that's too much. It already kind of feels like that part's shifting again. Yeah. Well, that's too bad. Let's try to get everything back where it was before. Just do very subtle movements there. Try to get as much as I can out of what I want there. Which unfortunately looks like it's not going to be that much. Alas. Okay. I'll just carefully start moving everything back. Because I think that probably will look okay. Even without some of this stuff that I was thinking in my head. Oh yeah, I have the head hidden now, so now we have just floating face. Forgot about that. Always kind of funny to see layers independent of each other like that. Let's see here. Okay, good. That was the main issue. Now I just have a couple of problems around there. So let's see, how do I fix this? This is lower than what I've been going. I probably noticed this a few days ago and it was like, you know, I'm working on the part right now. I don't want to get into this. But now I guess I do, so here I am. Let's go. Okay, art is like that. You just go. Okay. Gotta hide the front bang for a second there. I think I'll keep the strand. But I think knowing where all that should go will help me out here. And no, the strand is in the way. I need to get rid of it too. Okay. Let's start straightening out the area by that highlight. And the area that was a little covered up by the bang. Where'd it go? Here it is. Just lost it for a second there. I probably focused on getting everything where I needed it to be for this part up here and didn't really care about the bottom part. That makes sense. I said, future me, you can fix this. Now future me is here, fixing it. Past me was absolutely correct. After all, you can only do so many things at once. And past me was focused on a different part of the hair. A part that just was more important than this part for the time being. A part that I should probably go back to working on, but you know, it's art. I can do it in whatever order I want. I can do what I want. Something like that. I don't know. It's a little crunchy, but, well, you know, much like present me is doing something that past me didn't want to do, future me can also fix that. It'll all be fixed in the end. Moving in the right direction. Just stretch my neck a little bit there. Just locking up a bit. It's been doing that on me lately. So I'm trying to make more of a point to stretch it. I did a lot of stretching on it this morning, and it's feeling a lot better than it was yesterday. So, that is progress. So I'm just gonna kind of carefully adjust some things through there. All the things that I was kind of noticing while I was turning the head last time. The result of the last bit of intense staring. Alright, getting closer. Just kind of gonna straighten some of this out, because I think it'll make some stuff I can do a little bit easier with that a little bit straightened out, and also it was bothering me, so that's all the justification I need, really. And I noticed that some of this was kind of moving upward, so I'm gonna push some of it downward just a little bit. Here we go. Okay, I think I did a little bit too far. No, in some areas I didn't do it enough, and in others I did it too much. Okay, that makes sense. So this little guy needs to be more up here. And this little guy needs to be more down here. That's basically what it amounts to. Well, that definitely didn't do it. Okay, let's stare at this some more and see what I can figure out. I might also just move to a different point. Maybe I'll fix up the bang for a bit and then return to this. So, boy, staring at the same place for a long time can be surprisingly exhausting. Okay, there's still... Oh, I wonder if I can move that. Let's see what that's connected to. There's just like a little thing right there that's kind of bugging me. I'm not sure if I can, but I'll give it a try. Okay, that's probably within the realms of acceptability. I'm not going to worry about it more than that, I think. Okay. I saw this sliding up a little bit, so I'm going to just pull that down. Get this highlight all in the right spot. Let's see here. So I think the angle on that top part of the highlight is what's bothering me. So I wonder if I can get away with just pointing it a little bit more downward. Just very slightly. Let's take a look. I think it's good, I just need to put the rest of it in the right place. I think while I was pushing it down, I slid it a little bit back as well. Okay, there we go. That's looking alright. Still got some stuff around here. I think my brain wants a quick change of scenery, so let's work on this bank a little bit. We're gonna get rid of all the crunchies on this. Okay. And all the weird distortion. So let's just smooth this on out. This is just for moving large groups of vertices together without the brush to stop it. But, you know, sometimes it's just easier to do that, and then I just come back in real quick and clean things up here. It's not that big a deal. I remember thinking that this should be a little further over, so I'm gonna do that while I'm here. Okay. Back to the regularly scheduled cleaning. Something like that. You can see that distortion's gone already. Let's take a look here. Make sure I put that strand in a good spot. A little bit too much. Let's pull it back out just a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. How about that? How's that? Going down. It is. Kind of feels like it's going down a little bit. Okay. That's something I can fix. That's a lot of vertices. Let's use the brush. Just kind of carefully move things on up. Never realized that there was that much shifting downward. It's like last time I blamed things on my past self looking at a different part here, but no, I'm pretty sure this time it's just I legitimately did not notice. Rigging is hard. Okay. There's lots of tiny little details, all coming together. That's basically what it all amounts to. And it's pretty difficult. So if you try it and get a bit overwhelmed, don't worry about it. You're not the only one. It's really hard. Kind of want to pull this over a little bit while I'm over here. Let's go ahead and get rid of a bit more distortion. Let my brain rest for a little bit. While the intense staring, it gets to me after a while. Let me see how... Here we are. Straightening out the triangles. Getting them to where they need to be. Huh. Okay, I guess that's just how this area looks. Just tiny adjustments here, just to kind of smooth things out. Okay, and then I see something on this strand. It just feels a bit off. So let's go ahead and fix that up. That's not how it's going to look, but I just want to double check how movement was. Okay. Just wanted to double check exactly what I needed to go pull around. There we go. The rest I'm just gonna have to go in there, fix it all up myself. That's alright. The brush is nice, but sometimes it is just easier to move things one vertex at a time, especially for tiny areas like that. So kind of going down. Just pull this vertex up and kind of some of its neighbors so it doesn't get all crunchy and lost. Let's take another look. There we go. That's much better. Look, got a little shifting around some of these color changes. But overall, it's much better. And I don't think I want to deal with that right now. Let's go back to taking a look at some of these crunchy areas. Where I mostly just have to do a little bit of smoothing. Let's see here. Okay. Actually... Unfortunately, I do have kind of an unsteady hand. So sometimes I drag things up when I don't mean to. Up or down. Then I just kind of have to go back and fix it. That's okay. It's not too much of a hassle. Okay, now I can go back to kind of straightening some of this out. Getting rid of all the distortion. But overall, I think it mostly looks okay. Just a few areas here and there that just needs a little bit of attention. Make those areas as perfect as they can be. Still just kind of feel like there's something going on here. I just need to straighten out triangles. Oh yeah, there we go. That's much better already. Okay. I actually don't like that at all. Something about this area is being pulled too far, so I'm gonna go push it back down. See if that helps that a little bit. And let's see, a little bit of distortion around here, so let's go smooth that out while I'm thinking about it. It's got those weird strands in there that I didn't separate. And honestly, I can see why I didn't. It's for the best. Let's see, right here looks pretty bad still. Let's revisit this. Zoom in and try to get rid of some of this distortion here. See if I can make that look better. it something like that? I'm not actually sure. Better. Still not quite right. Okay, that's why I went out to check it. So I couldn't actually remember how I needed to modify this. Like when I go in, sometimes I think I do, and then start doing it, and it's like, oh wait, what was it that I was seeing here? Am I sure that's the problem? Just doing a bunch more intense staring around here. Jumping around again because my eyes saw some stuff. Right up here. This right here was shifting weird. Let's try to pull that down a bit. And I think I might go back to working on the part. I mean, this is part of the part, so once I get that right, I can go back to working on some of the stuff around here again. Let's see. Okay. Moving downward just a little bit. Only a little bit though, so you don't need to make too many changes there. Yeah, that's already looking a lot better. Move real slow here. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Let's take a look up here. Because I can kind of see this little guy shifting a bit weird. So let's see what I can do with this. Alright, so what layer was that? That was this one, right? Yes. Perfect. I can kind of see exactly what's going on there. Just a bit of like compression, making it twist strangely. And then more intense staring just so I can kind of get a feel for what's going on. So far I think that's looking pretty good. It's not quite right, but or not perfect, but most of it is pretty correct. Just had to find the spots, and we're not quite there yet. Okay, so now I see that there's something happening here. Something is like pulling down this bottom part. It's probably related to whatever's making it shift there. Do I just need to gently boop that upward? Something like that. I kind of feel like there's a pull. Doing very tiny adjustments here. But everything kind of informs everything else, so kind of want to get it all in good spots. Even if that spot is just a few pixels up or down. Ah, yes, there we go. Oh yeah, and that made this easier to spot too, because this is shifting a little bit. I remember struggling with that strand for a while. But now that that shadow's right, it's a bit easier to see how that strand underneath is not quite doing what I want it to do. Let's take another look. I can really see what's going on here. Okay. I think I see it. Oh, it was a bit too much. And now it also needs to go down a little bit. Something like that. Okay, now this is making it worse. Let's back up. Let's back up here. That may not be the issue, because yeah, when I stare just at this corner here, it actually really isn't shifting. It's over here, that is. So I guess my focus shouldn't be on that corner, it should be over here. See, that's one of those subtle differences that can be really easy to miss. Okay, no, that's too much. Let's see. In fact, I might actually want it to go the other way. That might just be my brain being dyslexic again. It happens. I think something needs to go left when in reality what I'm seeing is right. And then my brain gets confused. There we go. Is that any better? Oh yeah, that's better. I'll have to do a little bit more, but that is definitely noticeably better. Cool. Glad that's another mystery solved. Okay, now I can kind of look at these areas a little bit more. See what controls them, and adjust accordingly. Let's put everything into a good spot. Okay, I think that'll be good once I push it downward just a tiny bit. Tiny. The gentlest of movements. Even that looks like it was a bit too much. Even that looks like it was a little bit too much. It was super tiny. Yeah. Still a couple of tiny adjustments I want to make. Okay. It's right here. I see a little bit of shifting upwards, it looks like. Yeah, I still see a little bit of shifting upwards there. Let's pull this down just a little bit. Still just the teeny tiny adjustments. There's an ever so slight amount of shifting, but I don't think it'll be at all noticeable once I zoom out and we see the silly headless face. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay. Let's come back down here. Is there anything else in that area that I need to adjust before I start adding on new layers again? I mean, I think there's still a little bit here, so let's take a good look at that. Stretching my hands a little bit. So much mouse work can make them cramp up a little. Okay, but it does look like I have it most of the way there. Glad I looked away for a little bit. Okay, and then I see just a little bit of shifting on here. Just a little bit, but enough that I should take a look at it. Where'd it go? Okay. I don't think it needed too much adjustment. Okay, the rest is kind of in this, and I don't feel like getting into that can of worms again. I'm just gonna focus on the part once more. It looks like when I pushed it down, I probably pushed it a little bit to the left too, so... Gotta compensate for that. My hand not super steady, so... I have those kinds of problems a lot. Let's see here. I think I still need to pull this a little bit more to the right. I am feeling like it's most of the way there now. No, I definitely pulled that too far up. There we go. Feel my hand kind of shift upwards while I was doing that. Okay, and then I see a little bit of compression in the line. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, where'd it go? Adjust that manually. It's only a little bit though, so not too much I need to worry about. Okay, I think a little bit more to the right still. I'm getting a little closer each time. Even these tiny movements add up after a while. Oh yeah. Okay, I guess I can start adding more layers back now. Let's add that underneath part that I hid back on in. And we'll get this in the right place. Because yeah, now that I have everything else where I want it, I know that with the way this is shifting, that it is definitely not in a good spot. I think I might actually just start that one over. So which layer is that? We're behind lower. Let's find that hair. Behind. Lower. Underneath. Okay, so we'll just start this one over. Okay, so lots of shifting there. Let me think about how to tackle this. Where are the biggest shifts? It is moving way too far to the left. So let's take a big brush and move like all this. Oh, it needs to be even bigger than that even. Okay. All this on over to the right. Okay, so how's that? Much better. Still have a lot that I need to do here, but it's much better. Adjust my position a little there. Sitting on my foot. Starting to fall asleep. don't blame it. It's definitely a bit of a slow process. I just kind of gotta slowly but surely poke at each little spot, and eventually all those tiny little differences add up and I get something kind of cool. I mean, personally, I think all this is pretty cool, so. Okay. So right now I'm gonna look at this corner. I do think it kind of going back behind that strand of hair is correct, but I don't think it's connecting at the right spot. Like, I think I still want it more this way. So let's see here. This is really close. There's something off, and I'm having trouble identifying what it is, but I think I got it. I think I just need to pull that part up a little. Really close. Okay. I'm getting somewhere. I'm getting somewhere. Okay, just kind of making the small adjustments now. Like, even what I was doing with the brush is pretty small, but now they're even smaller. Even the brush is too big now. Just gotta get on in there. Okay. Now another larger brush adjustment here. Yeah. Look at that. Like, probably 90% of the way there. I feel like I got rid of most of the shifting. Might just leave it at that for now. 'Cause I think a lot of whether or not that looks correct is gonna come with how the strands around it look. I do want to try to get it fairly close, though, just because I'm probably going to use this as an anchor point for the other strands that kind of go on top of it. I'll put a little bit more effort into figuring that out. Be here. Seeing something right here in this corner. I think I know what it is. I think I want this to be a little bit higher and a little bit more to the right. Just a tiny bit. That's too much. See, when I say just a tiny bit, I mean just a tiny, tiny bit. Doing the real small movements here. Got a lot of the big areas kind of figured out, so a lot of what remains is just small stuff. Okay, I actually see something in an area a bit lower down. Which one is that? This one? Yeah, this pink part. I think it needs to be further to the right. Yes, but also not there. Where'd it go? Okay, there it is. Look, someday I'll remember how I ordered all these layers. Let's see here. What exactly am I trying to do? Questions for the ages. Does anybody really know what they're trying to do? I want to put a little perspective on that. Maybe something like this. Yeah, I think once I get that looking right, that'll look pretty cool. We'll see how much I'm making my life hard because I just realized I had the strand off here, but that's okay. Whatever ends up not being quite right, I'll just fix. I can do it. I believe in myself. That might be too much, but let's give it a look-see. Oh yeah, that was way too much. Way too much. In fact, I'm just so much that I'm just undoing it. That's why I just have been doing baby movements. Teeny tiny movements. So I don't get just like, whoa. Everything is different, and I don't like it. Okay. Hey. Man. Just the level of small movement that I'm doing here. Oh, but that looks so much better. If I can just get that black dot in a better spot, that would be perfect. Let's see if I can. Maybe something like that. Good enough. Let's turn this guy back on. Alright, looking pretty good. Fortunately, a lot of that was kind of covered up, but it's alright. Let's see here. Do some more intense staring. Because I feel like this is shifting a little bit. Just a little. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Yeah, that's better. Okay. I don't have much more in me still, but let's start turning on some of these behind layers. Let's see, where are they? I don't really want to turn on strands yet. Strand, strand, strand. I don't think I'm ready for you yet. Although maybe I am. No, I don't think so. There should be like another one. Why can't I find anything? There it is. Okay. That was the one I was thinking of. And then there should be like... That's the big one. And then there's another one in between. Where'd it go? There. Okay, so let's turn these two on. And it's obvious my brain is turning into mush. That happens after an hour of very intense staring. But I feel like I can start putting this guy into place. Let's just get the super, super basics down. In fact, that one seems so far off that I think I might just, try again. Undo him and... Well, no. That's right, this is one where I worked for a while on that, so I probably shouldn't not just undo it. Oh, shoot, where'd it go? There it is. Okay. Well, regardless, I really gotta push this way far over there. It went way too far to the left somehow. It's probably adjusting something else and being confused. That's what happens when you get confused. everything goes everywhere and nothing looks right. Okay. I just cannot find my layers today. This one is one that I might kind of have to do in conjunction with whatever it kind of connects into. And I'll do a little bit. I'll do the basics. More than that. There we go. Let's get rid of some of the basic shifting here before I start connecting more. And I think once I do some of the basics here, that'll be where I end for today. My brain has reached its staring limit. Okay, it's definitely not right, but I think that is the start. So let's end with headless, winky face, Shalom. So, thank you all for coming. If you'd like me to take a look at your own creative projects, whether that be art, writing, coding, game design, any creative pursuit you can think of, feel free to message or at me on Twitter or Instagram, and I'll take a look and maybe leave some comments. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.